Welcome aboard the Coos Bay Rail Line. Once people get past the fascination of watching the freight trains working on the line, they focus on the bridges and the repairs they will need. As part of the current $30 million rehab of the track infrastructure, we'll be making top priority repairs to bridges. First, we sent out a team to analyze them. There are more than 150 water crossings on the 134-mile Coos Bay Rail Line. 115 of those crossings are structures, such as bridges and trestles. 3 are swing-span bridges. The Coos Bay Rail Bridge is reportedly the longest swing-span railroad bridge in the nation, and more fascinating because all 3 of those bridges were built 100 years ago. The port contracted with Stantec Consulting Services out of Duluth, Georgia, to evaluate every component of every single steel and wood bridge and trestle, from the topmost point all the way down to the dirt. Realize that some of these structures are a half-mile long. Coos Bay Rail Link Roadmaster Duke Rodley has been the liaison or project overseer since the beginning, and he's been out on the ground working with this team.
This is a pretty unique bridge right here. It has 2 different curves in it, different direction curve.
They work through each bridge from the beginning to the end of the bridge, no matter how long or how short, and they check each individual component.
Okay.
And they go through and visually check them for cracks or rot, and then they would sound check them also with a hammer or some sort of a tool that they beat on them with, and you can tell the difference in the sound on the, if they were hollow or if they were rotten or if they were sound.
Because as you see, you got some serious. It's not eroding too bad, but definitely lumpy material.
100 years ago, engineers overbuilt every bridge. They knew that with the weather, time, and traffic those structures would experience, that they'd deteriorate. So engineers overbuilt from ties to stringers to bridge caps.
So if we get to a certain point, though, it engineerily has to meet requirements for the weight that we put on it and the loads that are transferred into it. When it reaches that threshold, which I'm not exactly sure what we're going to put that at right now, but we'll have to make it cut off there somewhere because we're going to want to be over what we actually like the bare minimum. They will go in and they will take out a section of that bridge and cut the piles off where they're not rotten anymore. Put a large piece of timber, like a 14-inch by 14-inch piece of timber down there, and just build a new piece from there up with the new piles framed into it.
Welcome aboard the Coos Bay Rail Line. Once people get past the fascination of watching the freight trains working on the line, they focus on the bridges and the repairs